Hello people of YouTube, my name is Steve Gray, this is Gray's Guitars, thank you for watching. This is the last comparison video I'm probably going to be filming for a little while. I had to do a bunch of them in order, as I mentioned in previous comparison videos, because there's the potential that the weekend of August 11th and 12th, I may be selling these either at a garage sale or at a guitar show, so I don't know what's going to happen. So that's why I'm doing all of these comparison videos, and we're probably going to be seeing one of these a week for probably like 5 or 6 weeks, I think, at this point. But anyway, this is going to be two guitars that are similar and very, very different. So we're going to be comparing a 2001 one pickup Gibson SG Melody Maker, the body is slightly undersized, to my LTD EC Black Metal. And let's go through the specs because they are going to be interesting. So, not your typical specs for an SG on this Melody Maker. The body is going to be maple. The neck is still mahogany. The fretboard, this was the years, it's 2011, so this was the years they were having issues with the rosewood. This is, they call it tortified maple, but it's essentially a roasted maple fingerboard. The frets are nickel. You don't get the wings on the headstock, I think is what they call them. Gibson Kluson Deluxe tuners with these smaller buttons. The pickup in this is very weird because I don't think they put this in any other model. It is a 491T. I have never seen this pickup in any other model. I'm assuming it's supposed to be cheaper or something. Honestly, really do not know. So we will find out together. The LTD EC Black Metal. This is cream of the crop. Mahogany body, mahogany neck, ebony fretboard, 24 frets versus 22. Stainless steel frets as well versus nickel. Glow-in-the-dark side inlays. Yes, there's no fret markers. We have Tone Pros hardware for everything. We have LTD branded locking tuners, Graphtec nut. This is a Koran on the SG, I believe. The pickup is a Seymour Duncan Black Winter push-pull, one volume as well. For the sake of this video, because the Gibson does not have a split, I'm probably not going to show the split pickup because, it's not a comparison. I might do it at the end of the video, but in terms of it, it's going to be single humbucker versus single humbucker. We're going to do clean, and then we're going to do the higher gain channel. So we're going to start on the clean channel, and there's only one position, so that's what you're going to get. We're going to do two types of volumes, though, just to make it a little bit different. We're going to start at a full 10 on a clean, and then we're going to dial it back to a 5, just so you can hear the differences a little bit. Dial it back to around a 5. To the LTD full volume on the clean channel. Keep in mind this is one of the highest output pickups Seymour Duncan makes. So the cleans on this, in all honesty, are not the best. Back about halfway, it does clean up a little bit. Just gonna give it a little more. Let's do the split just for fun on the clean channel because it cleans up a little bit more when you split the humbucker. Now we are on the high gain channel. I don't think I mentioned the name of the amp I'm using. I'm using the Carvin MTS 3200 Master Tube Series. There's just one clean channel, one overdrive channel, a little bit of reverb. Everything is around noonish, roughly, with the treble, the mid, the bass. The drive is a little bit higher because this is a not as high gain of an amp. Let's start with volume at 10. let's split it and see what it sounds like, because why not? We have the option. Now let's turn the volume down a little bit with the pickup. Yeah, the pickup's playing. So there you have it, a comparison between a Gibson SG Melody Maker from 2007 single pickup versus an LTD EC Black Metal, also single pickup. Now, aesthetic-wise, I honestly like the Gibson a little better. I'm not a big fan of satin finishes. That is the main reason I'm getting rid of this guitar, and the headstock on this Gibson kills me. Also, main reason I'm thinking about getting rid of that one, too. I'm thinking about getting rid of both of them. Ironically, they both have the same shaped neck. Yeah, you heard that right. Gibson can do U-neck. So this is like a slim taper U, I believe is what they call it. And this is more of a uniform. So it's a little bit thinner up top here on the LTD and widens up, where the Gibson is kind of generally the same, you know, all the way up and down the neck. The neck is smoother on this, too. The neck feels better on the LTD because the pores have been filled and it's been painted over and it's a satin finish, even though it's still getting a semi-gloss a little bit. But I don't know if you can see it on camera. This one, they didn't bother filling in the pores, open pores. Price-wise is where things get very, very interesting. So back when that Gibson was first made, there was an Explorer, a Flying V, a Les Paul, and an SG. They made all of them single pickups. White, black, and blue were the three colors. All woods were the same, pickup was the same, tuners, everything was the same, just different body shapes depending on what you wanted. They retailed for, I believe, around $650. And in today's money, it's not, it wouldn't be it probably, 10 years ago, so it definitely wouldn't be more than $700. The LTD EC Black Metal, on the other hand, brand new, retails for $999.99, so $1,000. But in today's market, on the used market, the prices essentially flip. So you can find a used LTD EC Black Metal. This one came with a hard shell case too. I think they all come with a hard case when you buy them brand new, for the $600 to $700 range. Where the Gibson, because it's a Gibson, they always seem to hold value better. you are looking at the $800 to $1,000 range. So it's kind of ironic. You can get a guitar with significantly better specs on paper and less expensive than a cheaper Gibson. No push-pull on the Gibson. No stainless steel frets. This might even have a compound radius, I'll be honest with you. No locking tuners on the Gibson. No Tone Pro hardware. You get, just a wraparound tailpiece with, you can kind of adjust the intonation, but it's not like the Z style. There's no intonatable saddle on the thing. No gloom and glow dot inlays. But I mean, that's what you get. This was crafted where? Indonesia? Let me see. Korea. So that is Korea price range versus USA. Both excellent places to get a guitar from, but at the same time, labor is significantly cheaper in Korea, so you can get a better quality guitar. Scale length on these, both 24 3/4. A lot of people do not like this particular guitar because when you think heavy black metal guitar, you think 25.5-inch scale length because you want to put it in drop C or whatever, but this has 12s on it. I did tune it into standard for this video. It actually was tuned to drop C prior to this, so I had to do a little bit of a setup, change it over to E standard, put the, adjust the truss rod a little bit, where the Gibson, I don't see anybody putting that in drop E standard unless they heavily modify that guitar, because you would want a better intonatable bridge. At least replace the bridge. You could put heavier strings on it, mess with the truss rod, but at the end of the day, I see people playing like Godsmack, Five Finger Death Punch, Nickelback, not something super heavy like Meshuggah, Whitechapel, if you will. I'm just trying to think of other bands. But both very cool guitars. Neck joint wise, this thing is nicer. LTD is just, they know what they're doing. Big belly cut on the back too. This is a very comfortable guitar, but I just am having a hard time getting past the satin finish. And I've been trying to trade this for an LTD EC1000 or something with a gloss finish. Yes, they're technically a little bit more expensive, but on the used market, in reality, they go for right around that same price range. And if I don't get a case when I trade it, whatever, not a big deal. I have a million gig bags. But two very cool guitars. Out of the two, which one would you choose? Which one would I choose? Spec-wise, I have to choose the LTD. If I'm playing this thing constantly, all day, every day, the split is very nice. One pickup guitars, underrated. They say that makes them sound different, and I can see that. The reason they say one pickup guitars sound different, and a lot of metal musicians don't want that neck pickup, is apparently the magnets do pull on the strings a little bit. And one magnet versus two magnets, less pull on the strings, a little bit of a different sound. I love this pickup. I like the Gibson pickup. I think the Seymour Duncan sounds a little better in this instance. That is subjective, depending on your tastes. I really like Graphtec nuts. This also has a nice volute on the back, so we're not going to be breaking headstocks with this thing. Tuning-wise, don't really have an issue with either one. I don't like the logo on this. This is like a raised letter logo. Not a big fan of that. Don't know why I don't like it, but not my preference. But yeah, I mean, there you have it. There's a comparison between two one-pickup guitars. I can guarantee you I am the only one on YouTube that is going to have this very interesting comparison, or weird comparison, if you will. So please hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell, leave a like, comment down below what you want to see for future music and guitar related content, guitar and music related content, whatever phrasing you want to put it with. And I'm hoping that after the 12th and 11th and 12th, there we go, 13th as well, I will have sold some of these so I can buy some different guitars, so I have other stuff to demo, other stuff to compare. If I still have them, then might need to open that old reverb shop finally if I really need to, because I'm running out of room, and that's what it comes down to. So there you go. Thank you for watching. Hit that subscribe button on the way out, and as always, have a good one.